Today the guys were great. I think you keep hearing about compete and the competitive spirit. I think the guys were in a good place. There's also a lot of new stuff being thrown at them, so you're learning, and sometimes that can slow you down a little bit. But overall, I think the guys were great in picking up things and then applying it. Coaches were great, so good energy in the building.
Another thing I know Damien was looking forward to today as far as getting out there. What was he able to do? Was he able to go full, or did he have to back off a little bit?
No, Damien, was full participant. I think we were keeping an eye on him, and if needed, prepared to kind of pull him and just monitor his progress. But unless I missed it, he was a full go and made it through everything.
You talked about trying to instill some things. What were some of the things you guys were able to accomplish on that front day one?
Yeah, I mean, I think, today trying to establish some of our defensive principles, establish a defensive identity, establish how important being great defensively is. So, we've had a great month of September with open gym that, understandably is mostly probably offense and just hooping and playing. And, today was a lot more of a defensive emphasis and putting in, our basic, whether it's our shell defense, some pick and roll defense, transition defense, things like that.
We were talking to Grayson yesterday, who actively recruited Tyus to come here and kind of take his spot in the starting lineup. That's a rare thing. Just what does that say about Grayson, and how do you see him kind of assimilating in that six-man role?
Yeah, I mean, Grayson's character and he's all about the right things. Feel fortunate to kind of reunite with him and pull him into the recruiting of Tyus. And like you said, at the end of the day, it's probably to bring somebody in to take his spot in the starting lineup. But I think all Grayson cares about is winning. I think he loves being around great people, and Tyus is certainly great people. So, Grayson on the court is amazing. Off the court, he's amazing. We're lucky to have him.
Grayson said he acted upset at first, kind of as a joke. Did you know he was joking?
Yes.
Coach, you actually were in Atlanta and had success there, but Mutombo, who passed away yesterday, was a major fixture in the community there.
Dikembe passed away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry, you didn't know.
No. Wow.
Yeah, he passed away of brain cancer.
I got a
age
picture
58.
in me. Wow. Okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, just wondering about what you can tell from the impact that he had on the league and also the Atlanta community, or even you and your personal relationship with him, if you had one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll just start with Dikembe, what he did, in the community, whether it was here, back home, just for the entire world. Like, he's someone that just changed the world. It seems like a cliche, but I really feel that about Dikembe. His personality, his presence, he filled a room, his laugh. He was an amazing man, and I do feel fortunate. I'm sure I'm one of millions that think we had a personal relationship with him, but he was incredibly kind to me when I coached in Atlanta. He sought me out. He gave me encouragement. Yeah, he's a great man.
Tyus, how was your first official day as a Phoenix Sun and in practice?
It was great. It was great. Great first day. A lot of energy in the building. Guys locked in, focused, following Bud's lead. He's hungry, you can tell, and we're following his lead. So it was a good first day.
Curious, the only other thing I have is on the defensive end of the three-guard lineup. I'm curious how that looks. You guys are going to have some teams you probably match up with size-wise, and some that are probably going to be bigger. So how do you feel like the three-guard looks on the defensive end?
We're gonna have to compete. It starts with one-on-one defense, but then it's also team defense. You gotta have each other's back, communicate, play hard, and we'll be fine.
Tyus, what were some of the points of emphasis today from Coach Bud?
Communicating, pace, keeping our tempo up, and it's day one, so it's a lot of install, setting the table for our philosophies, terminology, stuff like that, but also making sure we're playing fast. So it was a lot this first practice, but it was good for us. High energy. High energy. High energy. He wants to play fast. Wants us to be disciplined as well, and just a lot of communication. You can never over communicate, so a lot of talking, a lot of having to talk in order for drills to be successful or for your team to be successful in whatever it is that we're doing. So.
And what's it like being out there as you have with KD and Beal?
Yep.
What's it like?
It's what you would think it is. It's I mean, everywhere you look, you got a weapon, and it's a good feeling to have as a point guard.
See the boxes on the floor. Is that to kind of install where the spacing needs to be and that emphasis on taking more threes?
Correct.
I think
Correct.
I think when you entered the league, KD averaged 28 points a game. All these years later, he's still averaging 28 points a game.
Yeah.
Is that hard to wrap your mind around, someone who's done it at that level for so long?
It is. We were just talking post practice. He said it's year 18 for him. It's been doing it a long time, and I don't see any drop off, which is the impressive, kind of crazy part. So again, one of the best players to ever play. Still playing at an extremely high level. So I'm looking forward to sharing the court with him.
Tyus, you mentioned pace was a point of emphasis. When you're the point guard and you get that message, what does that mean that you have to be doing specifically?
Making sure we're, not taking any plays off, not relaxing at all. Whether it's kick aheads, whether it's me, making sure I'm pushing the ball up the court fast. Different ways of making sure we're staying high tempo, we're staying at the pace that Bud wants. I've said it before, but I gotta be an extension of him on the court, kind of leading these guys, and so that I feel like that falls on my shoulders to make sure we're playing to the speed that coach wants.
Your kick-ads are always mentioned by your teammates. When are you thinking about the kick-ad? Is it before the defensive possession is even over, or when does your brain start to turn about pushing it?
It's a feel. I feel like I'm always checking for it, just because you never know kind of the balance of the floor, make or miss. A lot of times there's cross-matching or guys might not be ready for it. So it's just kind of a feel thing. I'm always kind of peeking ahead of time, but the more time goes on, my teammates kind of start to look for it, start to kind of tell when that kick ahead will be there, and we just kind of go from there.
I imagine from your perspective, kicking ahead to someone like Kevin or Devin is a slightly different animal.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. And so I'm looking forward to it. And again, it's a way to get them easier looks, get them kind of one-on-one matchups, when the defense not set. So it'll be a way to, try to make their job a little easier.
When you look at your game with that floater that you have, when did you kind of first start to develop that and realize that's a skill that I can go to?
Yeah, I've always had it, but the older I've gotten, the more, obviously at this level, bigger defender, bigger athletes, better shot blockers. So it was just a shot that I was going to have to rely on or get to more, and then it just became, kind of target practice, just knowing when I can get to my spot, get to that floater, and yeah.
Your team last year actually was one of the faster-paced teams in the league in Washington.
Yeah.
So how does that help translate to this season now, you guys coming together and looking to push that pace with Bud?
Yeah, that's kind of, for me, how I always want to play. So it kind of goes hand in hand, and should be a pretty good transition for me, getting in Bud's system and trying to run his offense.
This team was thin at the point guard last year, but now you guys have four at least, and two of you are veterans and two young guys in Ty and Colin. So what is it like to be that veteran and kind of give them some insight on what to do in this offense, or what in the first day of practice?
Yeah, just talking to them, just communicating. They've been, they've been great. They're open to learning, to hearing what you got to say. They'll ask questions. They're gym rats. They're always in the gym. So those are the type of young guys you want to have around, eager to learn, but also going to compete, push you to get better. So yeah, it's been good.
What are some of the steps leading up to the opener? Do you feel like there's not enough hours in the day, or are there gradual steps that you'd like to have this team in position, ready to go?
It's a process. It's a process. We're taking it one day at a time, and just trying to get a little bit better each and every day. We'll slowly start to implement more stuff each and every day, and it's a process. It's also a long season. We're not going to win the championship day one or week one or even month one. So as long as we're continuing to get better, gradually and always taking steps forward. That's what we're focused on.
Oh, it's going well. Just keep getting constant reps, like I said Monday. Just keep working at it, chipping away. And it's just a growing battle for myself. Just getting the reps as much as I can. So I'm not looking for anything changed overnight. Just continue to grow and just continue to be confident in it.
Is it simply reps, or is it more for you to really get that jump shot?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's mostly just reps because I know got that mindset that you can shoot it. So, and with this team, they want to get it up. So it's just just forgetting about all the mechanics and stuff like that and just letting it go.
That was the first day of training camp.
It's fun. It's fun. Really got after it. I saw a lot of the vet guys really going at each other and going at us. So it was cool to see that, and now you're thick of it. So continue to keep going now.
When we talked to Josh Okogie yesterday, he was talking about your defensive instincts and the way you can make plays on the ball. J.O. is obviously a guy that can do that as well. What's it like, kind of maybe being able to pick his brain? And
that's someone I'm gonna look up to a lot this year. His mindset last year was defensively, and I saw a lot of clips from him last year. So I talked to him earlier, even during pickup, like how do you different tips and tricks in the league, to how to get to defenders and offensive players and stuff like that. So he's gonna be a guy I can ask questions to anytime. So I'm glad to have him with me.
With getting feedback, you worked out with KD this off-season. He spoke yesterday about how he's helping you along. What is it like to be able to learn from him?
It's a blessing. It's great. Like you said, it's Kevin Durant. I mean, any little kid wants to be in my shoes. So it's just about learning, picking as much as I can, but at the same time competing against him every trip. Making him better as much as he's making me better.
We talked about back in July about pace and how that would help your game more at this level. How are you noticing it helping you in like the short little runs you're getting here?
I think a lot. I think we're just getting more up and down, and it's just kind of less just thinking about the game and just reacting and making plays.
You guys have the athletes for that, surely. Right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
How's an NBA? Good.
Getting to an NBA practice, your time just to get to it in the first one. What was it like?
It was cool, like you said. It was the first one today, just a regular kind of just Tuesday for me. But just kind of think of it just going to regular practice now and just being with these guys and know you belong. So that was my mindset going into the day.
How's an NBA practice compared to a college practice? Any differences?
A lot of FUs, a lot of FUs. There's a lot more, quicker transition in the stuff, in the segments. I would say that. And just everyone's so competitive, But I think all in all, I'm gonna find more differences throughout it.
Are you throwing out the?
Nah. I'm more. I mean, I might do one or two, but it's mostly just about guys that reps and complaining and stuff like that. But it's been fun though. I can't complain at all.
So is it the FU, the longer you've been in the league, the more you have?
I think you have a lot more leeway, to what you can and can't say. So I mean, hopefully I get that long. So.
What's it like as a young guy seeing like those older guys who've been in the league a long time, little KD, but still have that drive to like make sure everybody knows?
It's what we need on this team, leadership, and I think those three are going to help us a lot. Like you said, they have that drive, and not even since day one in training camp, since pickup, they've been going at each other, they've been going at us. They've been telling us to be aggressive, so it's good, having those three and having everybody else. It's been great.
The workouts with KD, did they happen? Was it just the two of you? Did they happen here? Can you tell us a little bit about
Yeah, it was out in California. I know his trainer that he worked out with, so I was out there for a weekend just to get away, and then I found out that he was there, so I kind of connected with my trainer, get with him. I haven't spoke to him. I speak to him before that, but that was the first time I got to really talk to him and everything. So it was just cool, just picking his brain and working out, and even playing ones against him was fun.
What did you learn from him?
Just to compete, take everything, he kind of told me, like he said earlier, like take everything for granted. Don't take everything for granted, but like cherish every moment, every little thing. It's a long season, so, just keep working, keep getting better.
Seeing him behind the scenes and how he works, is it really like everyone says, where he's just going 110 on everything?
Every single rep he takes, it's 100%, and that's someone that I want to get to in my career. So it's great to have him just try to go behind him and try and learn as much as I can.
How much do you go
Last
back
two.
and look at the film of those workouts?
The first time it was just being a fanboy and just going to watch it, just like, dang, like I'm in this. But then after that, it was just, what does he do to get to space, and how does he be so athletic but small and quick with the ball? So kind of more watching film.
It's been a while since we've had rookies here at the Suns. How have the rookie duties been so far?
It's been good. I'll probably pick up a lot more. I had to sing happy birthday a couple times to Kevin, as probably some of y'all saw. So it was just it's been fun. So I think during the season it's gonna be a lot more to come.
Apart from the rookies,
Last one.
what else has been helping you assimilate into the NBA, into the Suns team?
I think just finding stuff off the court, that's myself. I know I'm playing basketball here, but I'm more than a basketball player. So I think just, finding stuff out in Arizona. I'm into photography, so going out and taking pictures and, just off the court stuff like building and connecting. So just being more, out there off the court as well.
Who's the best singer out of you three?
I wouldn't say none of us, but if I had to say a person, I'll say me. So that's all good.